if you can remember, can we just get a bit of an injury update? There was a presser obviously out this morning. Smith, Santner, Henry out. What is the latest, I guess, on Blundell and his availability?
Yeah, Tom will be doing some testing today just to assess where he's at. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround for a hamstring injury, so we'll assess as the day goes on and make a call.
And Michael brought in, Christian brought in. Is it fair to say one of those two will debut on Wednesday?
We're not going in with two seamers, that's for sure. So this will be a debut. Yeah.
Yeah, and just on Michael, we just spoke to him. What do you guys like about him?
Oh, I mean, Razor obviously has got a number of seasons under the belt now. Come a long way since we were in the indoor centre there in Dunedin in the winter. So it's great to see how he's grown. But as you know, he's a tall fella, hits the wicket hard. Can bowl with nice pace. So just nice attributes that suit the basin pretty well.
Not often someone debuts at his age. I guess how is that a bit of a testament to his resilience in this domestic scene in New Zealand?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think he's not the only one. Jacob Duffy probably paints a similar picture. I think it also tells a story about our domestic cricket, first-class cricket. I think it's a great breeding ground for our Test cricketers, and we've got a strong A program now. So there's a lot of good stuff happening, and it gives guys like Michael Ray an opportunity to, if they do get an opportunity, to really step up and just embrace the opportunity, knowing that they've put in the yards, they've put in the years of work, and the opportunity now presents itself possibly. So it'll be good to see how it goes.
How difficult has the last sort of, obviously day 5, but also post-match and trying to get new players, and how difficult has this few days been?
I mean, obviously, you deal with what the game throws at you. And our depth has been tested throughout the short format series as well, and someone inevitably steps up for us. So, but I guess it's part of the landscape. That's international cricket. Just figuring out what needs to be done.
Can I think originally it was described that Tom would be possibly available for the 3rd test. Are you now saying that he could be available for the 2nd test?
It is an outside chance, so it's still unlikely. But we wanted to give him the opportunity to see how he progressed over the couple of days. As I said, it's a short turnaround for a hamstring injury, but just out of respect to the player and give him an opportunity to see how he's going.
I know you haven't been in this position for very long, but to have 3 guys go down within a game, have you sort of come across that situation before, and how does that sort of, how are you coping with that sort of thing?
You learn every day that cricket throws something new at you. You've never seen it all. Certainly it is the first time for me. Again, it's just like, kudos to the way that the guys rallied together just to continue competing throughout. But yeah, we adapt to what we need to and make sure we're ready for the next test.
Can I also ask, so Daryl and Glenn, are they being considered for this test?
Yep.
Have you had a chance to look into, the injury situation, assess perhaps why this is coming about, or is it just bad luck?
I don't think you can look at the situation and just tick it off to bad luck. I think you lose the opportunity to grow. So for us, we're always looking at, what's happening in our environment. I think it's more a picture of international cricket right now, the demands on the players. There's some fundamental elements of the playing year that has changed. So that's putting different stresses on the players along with the playing calendar. So there's a whole myriad of things that go into players' readiness now. So you kind of need to look into what we can control, and certainly the elements of it that are out of our control, and some of it does come down to luck.
You've had Australia, England, and now that you've played a lot of cricket already this summer.
Yeah.
That played a part in it?
Everyone's playing a lot of cricket, right? Everyone's in the same position. We can't talk about how exciting it is to be playing a lot of international cricket and then moan about it at the same time. I think what it does do is it creates a reliance on a greater set of players, a group of players, which we have now been tested with, and we need to be ready for that, because essentially for the next couple of years, the international schedule's not changing.
Rob, you weren't able to secure the wickets on day 5 in Christchurch that would have given you the win there, albeit with a depleted bowling attack. It'll be depleted again, no Henry, no Smith, a debutant to come in. How do you assess and evaluate your ability to get the 20 wickets out here?
I suppose I keep saying, the one thing that just continues to amaze me about the group is that they find a way. We had our chances on that last day. to potentially cap off an amazing victory, and it didn't happen, and then it became an amazing draw, just an amazing effort, you know. So I trust that whoever comes in will step up, because that's all that I can go back on. I've seen it time and time again with the players that come in. We saw it in the one-day series, people last minute coming into the team and delivering man of match performances, you know. So again, it's a testament to our structures below, but also to the group and the environment and the culture that takes a player in and allows them to be their best version of themselves. So I wouldn't see anything different happening. I trust that the 11 guys on the field will make something happen. And if we need to lean on player 13, 14 and 15, they'll be available to help as well.
And what about the bowling loads? I mean, under normal circumstances, Jacob Duffy wouldn't have bowled 44 overs, Zach wouldn't have bowled 33, Michael Bracewell wouldn't have bowled 55 overs.
Yeah.
Recovery times, is there sufficient recovery time? Or you look at the bat first out here if you win the toss?
No, probably not, but still. No, it is a short turnaround, but I said, like, that's not commonplace, but it happens in international cricket, 3 days between tests. It's not unheard of. It was a huge load for those three bowlers in particular. So yeah, trying to manage that as best we can, mostly in between tests really, just to make sure that the recovery takes place physically and mentally, that the guys are ready to go again in 3 days' time.
And does Glenn Phillips become quite an enticing proposition, given the fact he bowls for you? Got a fifer out here. Is he someone who I guess presents quite a compelling proposition for you?
Absolutely. I mean, the last time he was fit and he was playing Test cricket for New Zealand, you know, so nothing changes there. We continue to be consistent with the way that we treat players who come back from injury. So it's just great to see him on the park. Albeit it was in an unplanned fashion, it was still good to see him out there diving around and just being Glenn.
Is there any concern at all over Duffy and Foakes after their workloads, fitness-wise?
I suppose there's always a concern, really. I think, again, I suppose you're dealing with a guy like Jacob, who's, you know, a seasoned professional now, and I've got years under the belt, lots of overs under the belt, played county cricket, you know, like, so fairly robust individual, touch wood. But still managing him in between games is the key. And Foakesy, obviously, as a young fast bowler, just understanding, you know, what he's capable of. It's always an unknown, because you step into a test match not knowing whether there's going to be a 30 over requirement or a 60 over requirement, you know. So you're kind of hoping for the best but planning for the worst. And so, as I said, making sure these 3 days are as accurate as possibly from a recovery point of view, that's our job now. And assessing them each day. Both guys woke up feeling great, which is amazing in itself. And so, yeah, we just get them ready.
Okay. And you've had a look at the wicket. Is it what you expect?
It looks like a standard basin wicket right now. Obviously, there's 2 days still to go. But, you know, we'd expect it to be fairly consistent with the way it's played over the years.
And just double-checking, Darryl is 100%?
Yeah, he's 100%, yeah.
Well, I know you've obviously selected them, but it is a obvious step up from Plunkett Shield to international cricket. How confident are you these two seamers, if they both play, will be able to be up for it?
Yeah, we wouldn't select them if we weren't confident. These guys have been in our system for a long period of time. As I said, they've been players of interest for a number of years. They've done international tours for New Zealand A and played games for New Zealand A. So, you know, there's a lot of information to suggest that our Plunkett Shield actually prepares guys well, and so we just keep leaning on that, you know.
And how much confidence does that last day and a bit give the West Indies coming into this test?
If the shoe was on the other foot, I'd say that it would give you a lot of confidence. Why wouldn't it? You know, seriously, great display from the batters in particular. You know, Justin Greaves, like, you know, a sort of a chanceless 200 doesn't come around very often, irrespective of the conditions. So I'd say they take a fair bit of confidence, but I would obviously, with that, the caveat is, like, the basin is a very unique place to play cricket. They wouldn't have done that before, so, you know, they're going to have to contend with different conditions this time around.
And I know he's also coming back from injury, but was Ben Sears considered at all? He's playing a bit in Aussie, or is he?
Yeah, no, he's not considered for Test cricket right now. I mean, you know, he's got a very structured return to play, and, you know, we're sticking to that and getting him ready again. You know, the players also are paramount in how we take care of them and how we deal with them and give them the best chance of success for the Black Caps when the time arrives.